Today I will have a look at Globusters, one of their latest show where they had a special guest. Let's start. First of all, I want to thank all my patrons, members, donors and subscribers. All of you are important for me. Thank you very much.
Today we are here because we have a guest, Mr. Lindsay Harris, who belongs to the channel, his channel actually belongs to him, is called Flat Earth Philosophy. And he is, let's see, where is it? That's not it. Okay, so this channel right here, Flat Earth Philosophy, and I'm showing it for everybody. Let me go ahead and get a full screen. I will put this in the show notes because I didn't get a chance to do this yet.
How many subs does he have? 25, 20 something?
Wow, I don't know. It doesn't say.
Oh,
2.24K. There it is, 2.24K. And yeah, probably should have more, but you know, that's how it is. One thing I do know about Lindsay's channel is that he gets a boatload of trolls, and they really go after him. And to me, whenever I see that happening, that tells me that he's probably over the mark. So anyway.
Lindsay Harris. Oh dear.
Welcome, Mr. Lindsay Harris from Flat Earth Philosophy. How are you doing today, Lindsay?
Hi, Bob. Hi, guys. Hello to the audience. The first time I'm live, so I'm a little bit nervous, so bear with me. Yeah, so it's great to be on your show, mate.
Awesome. Well, so we obviously have a few questions. I don't know, are you familiar with Globusters and the work that we've done? Have you watched this much?
Yeah,
no offense if you haven't.
No, I watched a few shows, but I couldn't comment, so I couldn't add to what you're doing. I found your stuff quite fascinating. You're nearly there. I just wanted to throw in a few pointers to let you know, but I couldn't get through.
Okay, well, hey, that's good to hear. You know, Jaron and I started this channel 7 years ago, and originally, well, we started it together and Jaron was hosting it, but after, gosh, I don't know, maybe it was a year, if it was that long, something like that. Jaron said that, you know, he wanted to move on and develop his channel more, but if I wanted to keep going forward with Globusters, that we could keep doing that. And of course, my idea for Globusters, because I'm an engineer by profession, was to start bringing out the more technical prospects of flat Earth, and also some of the ways that things can run. I'm an electrical engineer by trade, and I understand electricity very well. I'm also pretty sharp at computers, and I'm a pilot as well. So I've got, you know, quite a few things that are very good to, you know, have as credentials for this, even though I never ever rely on my credentials for any of this, because if I cannot, I look at it in the way, if I cannot explain it to people simply, then it doesn't matter if I have 6 PhDs. If I cannot get my message across, it's pointless, right? So I'm not a person that.
So you don't try to use your so-called qualifications. But why did you mention them? Strange. And the pilot part. That's quite embarrassing. Wolfie did show that you wasn't a commercial pilot. That's as you stated. I looked at FFA's registers just to see if you're still only a private pilot. And it's the same reply that Wolfie did get when he looked at your information, and it's single engine private small planes, and your medical class is third, and the medical date is from 1978, and for a person over 40 years it can't be older than 24 months. So you're not allowed to fly a plane and haven't been for many, many years.
Welcome to a world first discovery. This made me jump out of bed. Yesterday, I made 2 videos and I'm about to post them online. And I've just realized I've just hit the jackpot.
So I
Just
thought.
discovered something mind-blowing. A world first discovery that's going to humiliate all of science. They haven't known this system. And I'm just doing this little preview videos. I'm just going to run over it. I've just done a video on the recycling system of Earth. And in it, I inadvertently stumbled. Well, it all comes with the whole flat Earth design, but I didn't realize how big it is. The recycling system of how the gaseous layers that build up over time get right up to helium and whatever, hydrogen. Let's talk about firmament here. And then get sucked in.
You're talking about the noble gases here, Lindsay?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
The central vortex. If you've watched any of my other videos, you'll understand this vortex we have in the center of the Earth where creation is, the tree of life, where the actual sun is, not the sun we see, the projected model, the actual sun, and how the gas is pulled back into the sun, recycled, and comes back down into the Arctic center. This is a massive amount of fresh water we get in the Arctic Circle, in the Beaufort Gyre. You see, the Beaufort Gyre is basically what do you call those water, a whirlwind type vortex system in the central North Arctic here. It's even written in a lot of historical, mythological stories, you know. And it rotates clockwise, right? Well, we know the Polaris star rotates anti-clockwise because this is the whole system. You get the spiral. This is the nighttime sky up here. Polaris, the northern hemisphere, does a anti-clockwise rotation. But inside the vortex where the sun is created, down here will be clockwise. That's the way that Beaufort Gyre spins. But the sun is producing all the fresh water. It's being recycled from the gaseous layers up here, being purified and dropped into the Arctic center. Scientists don't even know how this works. Another 100% proof that the flat Earth model is correct. I'm the only one with the flat Earth model. The entire model cannot be debunked. This is huge. Nobel Prize worthy, creating all this. Of course, being a flat Earth, I'll never get one.
That is for sure true.
Probably all you need to hear.
Well, you know, I just want to stop because I agree with you. I mean, it's there's a lot of things that I've come up to that I think, you know, given a different time and a place, yeah, I could have maybe got a Nobel Prize. Not that I'm interested in that. I'd be interested in $1 million though, but
Yeah.
not that I'm interested in that. But you know, I agree with you. And you know what's amazing is in the electric universe model. I don't know if you follow Thunderbolts project or not, but they, you know, we're talking about, they've done several seminars and they're talking about, they don't understand it, but there seems to be a lot of fresh water that is coming from stars and the sun. Isn't that interesting, right? But they don't get it, but they're absolutely detecting that. So what do you think about that?
No, you see, my whole model is all about the projection from the center Earth. It projects our whole realm. All the stars, the sun, everything is just a projection from what happens in the central vortex. So it's not the sun. The sun is a focal point in the plasma field, but the sun itself isn't the plasma. It's the focal point within the plasma field. And in that video, one of the main videos, I've mentioned the plasma, the primer fields. You want to check out the primer fields if you can find it, video 4. But any of those primer field videos explain what's going on up here in the stars and that with the magnetic fields and stuff. But this is what people can't handle, is the place of creation back here. Physics understands it all in quantum mechanics, but they tell us it's billions of miles away. It's not billions of miles away. It's right here above the center Arctic the center Arctic, you can't get to the exact center. It's a place called inaccessibility. People, deny it and all that, but it's true. You can't get to the dead center. And look how it gets wider as it goes up. In here,
is this the place? I assume. Have you seen the model where maybe they had the Mason, right? That was talking about how they have the dark.
Yeah, I've
sun
seen that. Yeah,
that's
he was pretty right. Yeah.
You think he got that right?
He's pretty close, but they talk about the black sun and as being down here. There's no black sun. It's the black hole of creation. Our sun is on its horizon, and it's this black hole that creates the lunar eclipses and everything. It's the alignment of the planets. They have to be in line with that dead center. So all the mythological, almost a lot of them in, religious stories all refer to Mercury, whatever they call it. But Mercury is involved with all the eclipses. So you've got the black hole aligned with the sun. The sun moves around the horizon of the black hole. It's tucked into the Milky Way like an egg in a nest. Even the Christian story of Jesus and all that's all related to that, because it's what's a manger? It's a long trough. It's the Milky Way. The sun is Christ. And basically the black hole is God, but Christians will hate me for saying that sort of stuff, but it all comes from in there. So the alignments are black hole, sun, Mercury, something like that. And the black hole is an amplifier. Science knows it's an amplifier. It amplifies our whole realm. It's pretty mind blowing. We're not taught this stuff,
No, absolutely, we're not. When you say it's a black hole, what exactly do you mean by that? You called it an amplifier and a black hole.
It's a vortex. It's in the center of a vortex. If you vortex water, like a whirlpool or whatever, you've got the hollow core. That's the place of inertia, basically, where that Earth sits. Earth sits, horizontally in that black hole. Like the Hermeticals tell us, Earth is from the hole. And so you got this vortex, so you got the void. It's the place of rest. There's nothing going on in the center of a void.
Right.
That's why Earth is there, and it's the place of rest.
Yep.
And everything moves around it.
Right. And not only that, they've said that if the sun, of course, is representing Christ, and we are speaking in metaphor here, and there's a lot of this that I think is a duality with metaphor to be able to tell this story, not only, of a religious paradigm, but, what's actually happening in our creation. But, if the black sun is in fact feeding the energy to the white sun and the moon, then there you have it. You would have God feeding it to his son, the sun and the moon, and it coming up through that vortex, which of course has always been stated to be there at the North Pole. So I'm right with you 100%.
So let's look at who's present at this show. It's Bob, Jernisp, Witsit, Nemorgul, Good Times for All, and they accept this nonsense. It's not the model they claim that they have proved, but as long it's not a globe, they think it's great. This is a proof that they don't have a model, they can't explain anything, and they then mix in God, old beliefs and religions. This is so easy to debunk. North Pole can be visited as a tourist. I have friends that have been there several times on scientific missions on Swedish icebreakers. You can pay and fly there with planes as a tourist, and it's in no way, shape or form forbidden for people to visit. Okay, this is a quite long show. I will spare you the rest, but this stupidity goes on. So, today we learned that Bob Knodel thinks he's worthy of a Nobel Prize. Oh dear. Okay, that was all for today. If you want to support the channel and help me develop it, become a member or subscribe, or just come back next time I'm showing a video. Have a nice day all. Bye.